All right, so we're going to be reviewing. A season of invasions, right? Which was focused on Shang Tsung, called Season of the Soul Eater. Right, there's 3 days left for it. You guys know I've been reviewing each invasion season just I don't know, maybe just documenting the failed history of this game. Anyway, so one of the best things about this particular invasions, by the way, this will be the last time you see the gateway portal like this, I'm assuming, given now that we know what Towers of Time is actually going to be like. So yeah, it'll probably be the last time we actually see that Mesa. Unfortunately, we are getting further, invasion season. I don't know if we'll get any more after that though. There may not be. We may not get any more, right? But so first, we'll have a look at what was on offer for the Kombat League. We'll look at that first, because it is what it is, right? So you can see here, so you got there was yet again you got the 3 different color palettes at the end of each end of the 3-tiered session. So you got 1, 2, 3 color palette, 4, 5, 6, another one, 7, 8, 9 there. So you have you got Shang Tsung, Quan Chi, and then you've got Ermac there, and then of course you got all the associated gear pieces as well. Let me just move that out of the way. So the top one you got Tenya gear, Reptile gear, and then Shang Tsung gear. Next one down, you've got Sindel gear, Ashra gear, and then Smoke gear. Now, you'll notice that in Demigod, I've already got General Shao's gear. So this proves that you can get this stuff outside of Kombat League, right? The reason why it's got the line there in green is because it's available elsewhere, and I've gotten it available elsewhere, right? Be it from either the shop or whatever. And then you got obviously Scorpion's Mask. I'm not sure what the blue means though. Again, if we had a bloody legend to tell us exactly what this means, it'd be very helpful, but whatever, right? So anyway, and then we've got obviously the Ermac one. I was only after Grandmaster just to get the Quan Chi palette. I like that particular palette. So, and then if we go into the actual store itself, so we can see everything on offer. By the way, going back to invasions, most of the content you can skip now, right? This is why I think invasions will probably be eventually phased out, or at least just put on a repeated cycle. Kind of like what they do with Kombat League in MK11, where they just repeat the cycles of the previous seasons. I would not be surprised if that's what they do. That they just bring that out, and just have it just on a repeat cycle. Just sitting in the background doing nothing, and they focus all their energy and time into the Towers of Time section, which is what they should have done to begin with, right? So, obviously guest characters don't get anything. So all 6 guest characters don't get anything. And yet again, just like previous season, there's barely anything available now. Which again, I don't care for this type of system, right? I would prefer... That's probably the best Tenya skin at the game, because it gets rid of that dumbass haircut. Right? And then, of course, we'll no doubt get Empress Tenya, which will look far better, right? But most of these characters don't have skins. They're just... Most of it is just gear, right? Oh, hang on. And that's, And again, some of this... I can't remember if I had some of the stuff already, because, again, between the shrine and previous crap that's gone on in the game, sometimes you end up with stuff that you didn't realize that you actually, had, right? Which is crazy. So, so most of them don't have skins. It's usually just a gear piece. Again, because probably listening to feedback is that most of it is just crap. It's just garbage shit, right? They're better off scrapping the seasonal store and just sticking this stuff in Towers of Time and acquiring it that way. We do know there's a previous season tower that is available, so you definitely can get hold of this stuff, at a later date if you missed that particular season, right? So this is why, they probably thought they're on a big banging winner with this sort of system, but it just ended up in a massive fail. some of these outfits aren't too bad. Like this Kung Lao outfit's not too shabby. But I prefer like a different color palette for it, you know. And they'll probably do stuff like that. They'll probably have that sort of thing available, you know, as well. This obsession that fucking NetherRealm have with like yellow is beyond me. Like it's just ridiculous. You know, they seem to infect this stupid color everywhere. And the most useless gear piece in the entirety of the game, right? Just this bit in the front and the back. Like, unbelievable, man. Right. So I'm actually glad there was less to get, because it means that you have to spend less grind on getting this stuff if you want to do it. Right. So every invasions, I've gotten everything, right? Because it's you know, it's not difficult to grind up the currency, but it's just it's, you know, it's I really hope that, you know, that it just goes, right? I really hope that it just goes, and we'll be done with any new seasons of whatnot. So I'm just hoping that this is the last one. It's the Dark Dragon, season of Dark Dragon, I think is the new one that's coming out. And I hope that's the last one, and then they just cycle them. Just NetherRealm, listen, just pour all your heart, money, and soul. Well, at least we know you got the money part. Into the Towers of Time, right? Nobody wants that crap. Nobody wants like this shit that you can see on the screen. It's just boring. And Total MK's idea is actually really good. This would be different if you could just go to the last mesa. Or, my idea would be it's just that mesa, right? The rest of the crap is just fill in grinding garbage. And as soon as we played the first invasion season, we realized that we had to go through this entire arc just to get to the part that we actually wanted. That's why they need to just scrap it. Because, or at least modify it. Make it so you either have just the one mesa, or Total MK's idea that you can just go to the last mesa, and then the other stuff, if you want to do it, you can, which then gives you seasonal currency and stuff like that for whatever. Alright? But forcing people to go through this is just a pest. Yep, I said it. It's just a pest. It's a pain in the ass. Anyway, guys, I'll leave it there. Let me know what you think of Season of the Soul Eater. Did you like it? Nothing stands out. Probably the only positive out of it is the fact that you could skip, like, most of this crap, right? You could skip most of it. I think, look at this. I did only 48% on this one, 35%. I started in the beginning, I was going through each one. I did 83 there, 73 there, right? And then I'm like, hang on a sec. I'm just going to, nah, wait, I don't care. And then I went 50%, 35, 48. And then this one is only 36%, right? See what I mean? Like, you can skip, and I probably could have skipped a lot more up here too, right? So you really can miss so much of this content because it's just garbage. It's forced garbage, you know? When the only reason, like, I thought, like, just to finalize, like, I thought originally the idea of invasions would be cool. You get, like, your story intro, it'd focus on a singular character, and then you get, you know, a focused story on this. But you don't get a focused story, right? You have to trudge through all of this crap to then finally get, like, another sort of, like, cutscene. I can't remember if you get a cutscene before you fight, but you definitely get one after. And it's like, well, that's all we care about. We only care about the beginning story, we only care about the end story, and just the mesa that's involved with the character. And maybe, just maybe, that's what they should do. What they should have done, this is another idea, here we go, 2 for 2, right? If you had one mesa focused for every character, right, you could get more characters done. You could expand their story by only having one mesa focused on that character. And then this entire screen would actually have all the characters, like a character select screen, that you can go back and replay if you want it, right? So then they're short, they're sweet, they're impactful, they cover every character in the game. But this crap, this is just fucking bullshit. Like, this is just rubbish, right? And that's because their metrics, you know, the statistics will be like, oh, people love invasions because they're always in it. Well, probably not, but the reality is, though, is that, like, what's going to happen is that you know, it'll show that people are playing it, but it doesn't show whether people are having fun. So, anyway, guys, catch you next time.